I walked outside one day and a man was standing there. He had a great big beard and lots of hair. He said, won't you come down to the shore and join my jolly crew? We'll wander around the world beneath the skies of blue. We'll sail upon the 7 seas, travel near and far. Take from the rich and give to the poor and say har, 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 har.
Welcome to Boat Lab, Part 2, or Episode 2 if it's more like a soap opera than a how-to. What we're going to be doing this time is the long pieces. The long pieces are the boom, the gaff jaws, the gaff, the spar, the mast, all that stuff. There's not a lot of pieces to build, but each one of them is kind of bulky, long. So after we got the small parts done, I managed to break my leg, and now I'm working around on a cane. So I asked Mr. Custer to give me a hand with some of the big pieces, and he built the bowsprit and the mast. So tell us how we did that.
Well, we went to the lumber yard and we got some 2x6s, of course, and we put those together. We measured them off according to their plans.
Yeah,
and then
close
to the plans. Well, they did kind of go, there's a little bevel to it and things, so we had to work with our circular saw on that. It goes down quick. These are fun. And then we put them together with epoxy adhesive here, the base and the hardener, and that worked out really well. And when we got done trimming those out, what we do then you worked on it.
Yeah, after they were set up, then I used a router to take off the edges, the corners, and a sander, and then I started making the spindles on the ends. And if you go to the parts picks page, you'll see some of the spindle work, which turned out to be a little easier than I feared. That was one part I was really worried about. So I finally managed to get that done, and I also bought at West Marine the Captain's Spar finish, which is really good stuff. It cost about 3 times the Rust-Oleum, and looks like it's at least twice as good, if not 3 times as good. So it came out really nice, those pieces, and you can look at some of those pictures. And when we got into doing some of that stuff, I had to use a little bit of Bondo to fill in some cracks and little joints and fill across a couple of knot holes. So the Bondo is pretty easy to work with, but here in Florida the temperatures are typically really high in the summertime. What did you say the temperature was today?
98.
98. So yesterday I worked with Bondo, and I think it's set up in about 45 to 60 seconds. And I think temperature yesterday was, what, around 95?
It's been pretty consistent. This when we were working on this and we got to the end of it, it started.
Yeah, that stuff sets up slower than the Bondo.
The heat added to it, so we
before I did the finishes, I did a little test on, looked up some stuff on the internet about finishing softwoods, and I did learn that you have to use some kind of conditioner. So we used a Minwax conditioner. I forget what's on the shelf. And I tried the stain without the conditioner. As you can see, it doesn't do anything. But I tried the stain with the conditioner, and it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
So I did the conditioner, and then I put the stain on, and then I put the Captain's varnish on, and 4 coats later, looking good. So that was about all there was to doing the long parts. The next project is keel. That's another one that scares me, but that's okay. I got John to help.
Yeah, we'll get through it, of course.
Take from the rich and give to the poor and say har, 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 har. We'll sail upon the 7 seas, travel near and far. Scurvy dog. Take from the rich and give to the poor and say har, 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 har.